Hey, what's happening, guys? What's going on? YouTube, you guys have tuned into Rules for Rebels, and we got kind of a funny story for you guys today. I think this is kind of an interesting one to be following the story we did about OnlyFans the other day. This is kind of another sex story. The title of this story is Hacker Seizes Control of Internet-Enabled Chastity Cages. This article comes to us from Futurism.com. For anybody who doesn't know what a chastity cage is, I think the movie Robin Hood from forever ago had something like a chastity cage in there. Basically, it's like a plastic or metal cage you put over your junk. And I think it's something they do in like the BDSM community or something like that. Anyhow, apparently a Chinese company put out a chastity cage or a chastity device that's controlled with an internet app. And as we've seen happen with a lot of other things like baby monitors and refrigerators and Nest cameras and things like that, hackers often seize control of these type of things. And in this story, and kind of what's going on with these hackers, they're locking people's chastity belt. And if you're wearing one, I suppose that would be pretty unfortunate. One thing I don't really get, technology is cool. It's great that technology can make our lives easier. It's amazing that, not that long ago, we all didn't have smartphones in our hands. Like if you needed to go somewhere, you actually had to print directions off of MapQuest and figure out how to get there. If you wanted to meet somebody, you had to coordinate a meeting spot. It's amazing that we were ever able to get by without smartphones and a lot of the technology that we have. Although, one thing that I can't really get on board with, nowadays it's like, well, your light switches have to be hooked up to the internet and technological. Your doorbell, your locks, even your refrigerator. Why the fuck does your refrigerator need to be hooked up to the internet? I think at some point it becomes too much to where technology may help you out, but then when technology goes awry, it just winds up causing huge problems. I got a buddy who he only buys pre-1996 cars. He likes to work on his own cars, and he thinks computers are a huge headache. Once they started putting computers in cars, it became harder to work on your own car. You need to get the codes. A lot of times technology can actually kind of cause more problems than it helps. Now a lot of cars got these keys with the diamonds or the chips in them or whatever, or you got an electronic key. Again, it causes all types of problems. Your key winds up breaking, or your key winds up getting lost. Now you're paying $300, $500, $600 for a new key. So I definitely think we can go overboard with technology, and I think chastity cages that are connected to the internet and apps is probably taking things a little bit too far. Let's give this article a read. In perhaps the most wince-inducing example of why your household items probably don't need to be connected to the internet, we bring you news that hackers took control of internet-connected chastity cages and demanded Bitcoin ransom before releasing their hostages. But first, let's take a few steps back. A chastity cage is, put simply, a cage for penises that's a popular accessory within the BDSM community. And as Motherboard reports, the good people at the Chinese manufacturer QE decided to make a model called the Cellmate that's locked and unlocked through an app. And then a hack once again underscored how the Internet of Things often suffers from horrible cybersecurity. Your cock is now mine, the hacker reportedly told one of the victims. Thankfully, the hacker seems to have chosen the wrong time to strike. Victims of the cyber attack who spoke to Motherboard said that they weren't actually wearing their Cellmate cages when the hacker locked them and demanded $750 crypto ransom. Fortunately, I didn't have this locked on myself while it happened, a victim going by Robert told Motherboard. QE didn't respond to Motherboard's request for comment, but its cybersecurity flaws were already well known. Researchers first identified a security flaw last October, so perhaps it was just a matter of time until someone took advantage of it. Almost every company and product is going to have some kind of vulnerability in its lifetime. Maybe not as bad as this, but something, Alex Lomas, the security researcher at firm Pentest Partners who audited the Cellmate, told Motherboard. It's important that all companies have a way for researchers to contact them and that they keep in touch with them. So that's the end of this story. Love to hear any comments or thoughts you guys have on this. I'm sure Griff or Icarus might have a funny comment for this one. That's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button below and ring that bell so you get notified of future videos. That's all I really got. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on this story, and I'll catch you on the next video.